Don't forget to hit that like button and subscribe!
Alright, kids, do not put this deck together. You will regret it for the rest of your life. Don't do anything like this. So here's what happens with this particular deck is that it is so heavy with enchantments, instants, and sorceries that it has a hard time getting creatures out on the table to sustain any kind of actual on-board threat kind of thing going on. There's nastiness in it, and there are synergies within it that can combine in really interesting ways when the cards come out in the right order, but they very rarely ever do. Now, part of that is due just to the sheer size of the deck. At 160 cards, it is way too big, right? I mean, I have to scroll down the page just to get the rest of the 2 mana cards here, right? And probably by and large too many duplicates of these things, and a few too many one-offs and all that sort of thing. And part of the reason it's got so many artifact creatures and artifacts in it is because it is a 5-color deck, which leads to this obscene, nutso, crazy mana base that is almost absolutely required to be able to deal with having 5 colors. Now, you'll see in gameplay, I actually do a fairly decent job of getting cards out on the table. It's not that I don't have plays, it's that I don't have necessarily plays that do much of anything for me other than take up a turn, right? So, anyway, it's a horrible deck. You should not build one of these, and here are some case-by-case examples. Quick rundown on this thing this way. 33 creatures, 9 instants, 9 artifacts, 57 enchantments, 2 planeswalkers, and 60 out of 161 cards are some type of land. Leans very heavily into the try and get things out on the board as fast as possible side. That's, one of the ideas behind it, but it just doesn't get there. The janky of the jankiest. All right, should we see how it works? All right, here we go. That's a concession on my part. Some people would say would think that that's kind of haughty, like I'm about to win this game. Actually, it's an acknowledgement that I cannot win this game. But I think I did pretty good at getting it down to, 7-5 at this point. You're going to obliterate me on this turn. But it looks like he's going to do it politely. And I'm just going to let him have it. I mean, the victory. I'm not going to let him have it. I'm going to let him take the victory. And because he said hello and he was nice at the very beginning of the match, I have no problem. Go ahead and hang it in there. And we'll say good game. He wanted to attack before I could leave. It's like, I gotta get my attack in before this guy concedes. But, the nice thing is probably could have, rubbed salt into the wound. And they did not, which I appreciate. It's a lot of smoke and mirrors. It's a lot of action. It's a lot of diddling around for no real gain in anything. This one's going downhill fast. So, we're out. We're screwed. We're absolutely screwed no matter what we do. So, we won't waste time. Admit defeat and move along. Admit defeat and move along. Otherwise, we will be here. Well, Sunday morning magic has already become Sunday afternoon magic. Can he do 12 this time around? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah. Okay. It's well over. Alright. So we pulled the minute that any opponent shows any sign of life whatsoever. I'm just going to play out cards. Oh, this is such a mess. Okay, we're done. Alright, we'll give it about another 20 minutes here. We have position. We had position. Now we have no position. Oh, there it is. Heist. See ya. It's gonna be close, isn't it? Not close enough, but close. It blocks the 5-3, which has a double strike. It's gonna be close. 2, 4, 6, 7, 8, 9. This double strike actually not enough. Oh, it was so close. Oh well. It was close. It was close. It was close. Actually, there's no point. We're gonna just concede, walk away from it. We were outpowered, outmatched from the very beginning, and so and I got a late start this morning. Meant to be up and playing by like 9:30 or so, but I don't think I've been playing for 2 hours already. Have I? God, I hope not. Okay, let's see. White, blue, and black, and some red. And that'll work for us right now. We're going to take these 7 cards. And we want to play red. Fairly early. But let's see. Deals 1 damage. Deals 1 damage. I like the same card. Money. Okay. Let's see. Go ahead. Play it this way. Get a creature on the table. And, oh, we'll take it. That was interesting. Okay. Not all that many options right now. You like that I have a couple of pieces of removal that are very available. Did I not have any mana? Must not have any mana. That's unfortunate. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Just figuring out which one to throw away. That gives us an advantage. In most games, that would be a colossal, almost ready to end the game situation for a lot of players. For me, it's yeah, we're definitely going there. For me, it's just kind of like a lease on life. It's kind of like, oh, you can survive an extra turn or 2 this time around. Yay. Let's see now. Let's see, discard and then draw. I mean, it's a good start. And, you know, I am only winning by the benefit of my opponent having mana drought. And that has to be recognized here. Deals damage. I've done way more damage just by putting mana on the field than anything else, but this one's gonna hurt a little bit. They are discarding a non-land card. I assume. I never really understood this. When this class enters, each opponent discards 2 cards unless they discard a non-land card. You know, so who doesn't discard the non-land card? I don't think there's a whole lot of risk of him being out of cards anytime soon. I gender my opponents as him all the time. It's, you know, just a thing. Bargain. Let's see. Yeah, it was worth it. More mountains. And attack. And we're 2 points away from a victory here somehow, some way. Uh-oh. Here comes the flip. Actually, I think we're alright. Let's see. What's the mana value on that? 3. Gonna have mana value 3 or less. Oh, they conceded just before I could actually win the game. It's a victory! It's a victory for the Saga Jank. Thank you, mana gods, for depriving my opponent of any ability whatsoever to do anything for that entire game, because that's the only way we won. Because our opponent had nothing! Oh well, it works. Alright, hey, that's enough to cut an actual episode together. I mean, we got it done, right? Or is it necessary for us to actually have some sort of, knockdown, drag out kind of thing going on? Great. Hey, we got to win. 16, 14, 14. We got some gold that way, but we finally got to win. But, the true test of any deck, right, is not whether or not it can win a game. It's whether or not it can win 2 games in a row. Never gonna get it, never gonna get it, never gonna get it, never gonna get it, never gonna get it. But we'll do. Hey, we got a ley line to the guild pack, though. That's always a good thing to see right away. So, that ups our chances right off the bat. We'll take it. Because now, any mana is all mana. Woo-hoo. Defensive wall. There's an old Outlaws of Thunder Junction card. Not that old, but couple sets back. Okay, let's see. Yes. That card plays early, it's better because it gets stronger in theory as the match grows and hand sizes get smaller. Hey, we won 2 in a row! Yeah, look at that. I don't know if the opponent conceding on round 3 on turn 3 is really winning or not. Well, there you go. That is how not to put a deck together if you actually want to have some modicum of success in the short term. Don't do that. Don't stick a whole bunch of enchantments and make it a 5 color deck and then just hope for the best by tossing crap out on the table. Because, as you can see, the only time you're going to win a match like that is when your opponent is screwed from the get-go, which means you could win with, whatever. It doesn't make any difference. It could probably be refined down into something that, actually has some viability. Pick and choose and decide which mechanic, right, we'll focus on. It could probably be channeled into something, but as it currently stands, it's pure slop, Okay, so hey, thanks for hanging out on Sunday morning. That was like totally, I don't know. I guess maybe, like I said, one of the main purposes of this channel is to make you feel better about yourself. And if that takes me absolutely getting myself trounced for, 10 games in a row, well, I'm happy to do it. Make your life a little bit better. Thanks for joining. Thanks for being with us today on Sunday. And we're going to have a Tribal Tuesday or a Tribal Thursday coming up this week. I'm not sure exactly which it'll be, Tuesday or Thursday, but it'll definitely be Tribal. And because I have another rat deck, I pulled out rat deck number 1 for Tribal Tuesday last week. And we're going to get out a different rat pack for Tribal Tuesday coming up this week, and that's to give me time to build other tribal decks because most of my tribal decks are outdated and have been ripped apart. Anyway, hey, thanks for joining, and
Don't forget to hit that like button and subscribe.